Well, boys and girls, me and my big mouth in this journey has become a pain in my arse. And why is that? Well, I decided I would see if I could build a robot. And let's just say I'm not having the best of times with it. Roll the intro and we'll continue.
Matron, take them away.
And a warm welcome to one and all. This is your first time here, big fella Scruff. What I'm trying to do is put trading in the real world. And my world at the moment is a pain in the arse. Genuinely is. That's why I've got my stress ball. But I actually have my stress ball all the time. It used to be a tit, now it's an arse. A bit like what I am. And yes, Popeye, you can have a go at that one. Freaking tosspot that you are.
Oh, here we go. No.
And if you don't know what a Popeye is, it's somebody with huge forearms, no girlfriend or boyfriend, because no other human will touch them. And that's because they are. And they certainly are.
What a dick!
And they love to stick it into me and sort of downvote videos and stuff like that within seconds. And make stupid comments without actually watching the video. Why? Because you're a complete fucking moron. That's why. But I've done this a long time. I'm still here. I earn a good wage from it. You see my Vanguard. You see how good that wage can be. What have you got? Fuck all, you tosspot. Anyway. It's Friday. I'm having a whinge because I was old. And why not? I need a coffee though. I haven't had much coffee this morning because this thing's doing my boxing. Now, if you watch the couple of videos on this, you'll see that I've gone through various versions. Now, I've been at this solid for about a week and a half. The journey started maybe 2.5 weeks ago. And it started off being okay. And I thought, right, it can't be that difficult. And I saw a video, there's a guy going, I made a robot in 7 minutes with ChatGPT, and it's made me a gazillion. Well, I've done this for 2.5 weeks, and it's made me fuck up. In fact, if anything, it's given me a bloody ulcer. I've been doing a couple of hours before I start my proper job. In between talking to the guys in the squad and trading through the day, I've been updating the code. And I've been at it pretty much solid to around 10, 11 o'clock at night from 6 in the morning. And the squad kind of knows that's not unnormal for me. I am sadly one of these people that is a little bit of a workaholic at times. And I'm also very compulsive. If I'm going to do something, I want to do it. And I'll do it to the best of my ability. I won't ever do it half-assed. And as a point of course on things like that, that's trading in general. If you come into this half-assed, you failed. Period, have you failed. And talking of failing, Twinkie,
Yeah.
Is that you creeping about?
Yeah, got your coffee.
Oh, she got me coffee. She got me coffee, boys and girls. Go on, please bring it. I know you've got no clothes on, but please chuck something on.
Hey,
What do you mean, hey?
it's Good Friday.
I know it's Good Friday and it's too early in the morning, but
Yes, it's coffee time. Coffee, 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 coffee. Cappuccino. Java, yes.
what's this?
Lanterns.
I'll come every time you come. I've got to have a bill. Hold on, boys and girls. I'm gonna. Oh, you've got the bloody jammers on. What do you mean? She normally comes up bollock naked.
Oh, that's disgusting.
You don't.
Well, do you ever have anything on underneath your dressing gown?
Yeah?
No, you don't. Mucky cow. Mucky cow. That's exactly why I married her.
You dirty old man.
Oh, God. Please help me. Car insurance now to pay. Right. I was saying. I love going off on a ramble, by the way, boys and girls, because everything you see is, there's no script in them. It's just me, the camera, a cup of coffee, Winky wandering about, and that's it. And you either like it or you don't. If you don't, well, tough. There's plenty of other people. You can go and watch I Made a Gazillion on 7 minutes. Yeah, of course you fucking did. Right. Let's get into this. At the moment, it's kind of trying to track 4 markets. Now, I've just changed the template. I'm going to show you something on the template. If you click this button here, you can have pre-made templates. And if I click one of them, I'll come down, fast RSI, or at least it will be when I show you. So if I set that to there, so I can change it, save the template as fast RSI. I'm going to replace that. Now if I move that up there like that and click it, there you go, it'll change. So if I alter these round for whatever reason, and I want to put them back to even get rid of that, so we'll delete the indicator off, and you've got a new chart. You can have a template that's pre-made, click, and there you go, bang, straight back. Just a little tip. There is videos on how to make templates, etc. Click that down under there, template, fast RSI, boom, there we go. Now, just for transparency, this is a paper trading account because there's no way I'm letting it loose on my live accounts. So whenever you see the figures, don't get excited. You shouldn't get excited about figures anyway, because what I do for my wage and what you see is my business, not yours. You just really need to be seeing what the process is. Okay. So as we can see in this one here, it rattled away and it opened up hundreds of trades when I didn't want it to open up hundreds of trades. It was a fucking nightmare. So that has to be changed, and you'll see that when I find the terminal. So let me find the terminal, which is there, and you'll see that it's firing away and it's at a loss of 241. That means nothing. It just means I can keep an eye on what it's opening. But what it has done is I've got the code to start opening trades, whereas before I couldn't. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to kind of show you how this works. So this is part of the code. I mean, and as you can see, there's hundreds of them. Keeps going through. I ask it questions, and it recodes it, and it recodes it, and it is awful. So I'll kind of show you my thought process when I'm going through this. Now, I've also been doing this with other AIs. So if this can't get it to work, if I come down into Copilot, I've been getting Copilot to debug it. And if it can't get that to work, I take it over into Bard and I ask Bard to do it. Well, Bard's actually called Gemini now. And again, I get it to do it in there. And then I'll come back to ChatGPT and say, these are the errors, fix the thing. Because what I figured out was GT is pretty darn good at writing the code. But it's an older version, 3.5, as was pointed out to me. But Copilot works on 4. So what happens is, this writes the basic code. If I can't get it to work, I'll put it into Copilot. That rewrites the code. And then I get Gemini to check it and then give it back to this. So I've got 3 of them working, and it's kind of a cobbled way of doing things, but it does kind of work. And that's me in general. Even when I edit videos like this, and I don't do a lot of editing, to be honest. I just stick the intro in and a few silly clips. I'm using an old Windows 10 video editor. I don't use any modern stuff because I just don't know how they work. Anyway, so what I'm going to tell this to do is I want it to set the times it'll trade. Now, at the minute, I'm doing it manually. So I'll switch it on and then I'll switch it off. But what if I'm not at the screen? What if I got tied up and I wanted it to end at 11 a.m.? Well, that's what I wanted to do. So what I'm going to go is Morning, GT. Because you've got to be nice to it, because it might take over the world one day. Let's be honest. You girls out there that you are already using automated versions to make you quite happy. Some boys might do it as well. Yeah, it's called TV remote on a mobile phone. What did you think I was talking about? It's Easter. There's a rabbit running around. Sorry. Anyway, morning, GT. Could you please add in times that the bot, I said bot. Ooh, where I come from, bot could be a naughty word. You're a botter. Yeah, you're a botter. Or you've got a nice bot. Depends on the way that you're saying it. Sorry. I'm in one of them moods today. I probably had too much chocolate this morning. I'm going on an Easter egg hunt later. Yeah, definitely. Right. Can you add times that the bot will operate, i.e. between 7 AM and 11 AM UK time? Now what this will do, this should kind of work that out. Yeah, so it's working out a filter to add to the code. Now we're not asking, is it the full code? Is this the full code? Now, what I've been trying to get it to do is, I wanted to open up a box that I can put manual inputs in for the next sort of trading session. So it'll put basic stops in, basic targets in. It has an opening criteria, which it's looking to find levels and things like that. And then from there, it should open the trade, put a basic target in, basic stop. Just so if I'm sort of down in the kitchen getting a coffee or something, it'll have already put some sort of risk rules in. And then all I need to do is check it and move the stop to where I want it to be and put the take profit where I want it to be. But in the meantime, if it sort of hit a stop or it hit a target, it wouldn't matter because they were predefined. It just means I'm not letting it loose on its own. It has some form of risk management in it. Okay. So is this the full code? Okay. So it had only just coded out what the time point was. So it's now putting everything back into it. Okay. And it'll work its way through, and it's sort of ways that it'll look to sort of open up a sell trade, open up a buy trade, all this sort of thing. Blah, 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 blah. All of it looks just gobbledygook to me, but fine. Right, okay. And it's excellent. So it's put some basic kind of rules in. I like RSI crosses. Not necessarily to open up trades, but to ensure that the momentum is in the right direction. I actually use levels and countbacks to open up trades. Indicators are exactly what they say they are. They're an indication of what may happen. They're not a definitive. So if you get into this sort of situation of just looking for the holy grail of this indicator does that indicator, doesn't exist. Okay. Now, in a previous video, I said I would tell you what the magic pill is. The magic pill is what you see when you're cleaning your teeth. It's you, the man in the mirror. And why is that? Because you have rational thought, or you have the possibility of rational thought. You make the choice. And because of that, you can sense when something is wrong through experience. This can't. It's not clever enough to know what things is. It can only do what it's told. And as a good friend of mine has said to me many times in the meetings, a salute to you, your old git, garbage in, garbage out. The computer will only do what you tell it to do. So the magic pill is you. Right, now this is compiled. We need to figure out whether this function has any errors in it or something. And this is kind of where all of the variations come from. So if we go back to this, it's still dog shit. We're going to press this button here, which is the language editor. Now, if you haven't got that button on your toolbar, if you look at tools on the top, you will see it comes down in a drop box here, or just press F4 on your keyboard. So we'll click that and it opens up this. Now, as we can see through all of this, if I click the experts down, I know 84 is running. So I can now delete 83 because I'm up to 1684. These variations are mental. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to highlight the whole code and I'm going to paste in the new one and I'm going to compile it. Right, now it's got lots of errors in it. So what I need to do now is I don't want to overwrite 84. I'm going to put 85 in, just like so. Okay, and I'm going to go back to this. So I'm going to copy all these errors and I'm going to go back to GT and say thank you. Please repair these errors. Now, because I'm adding extra dynamic into this, I might have to jump through the next 10, 20 versions of it. Now, if I've got something working and I'm just tinkering with it, there mightn't be any errors. And it'll sort of go 84, 85, 86, 87 on the screen. But for when you see it, there might be actually a time jump. You might be starting at 85, but then there's error. And I'll delete off the errors as I'm going through the versions. And it'll jump from sort of 85. The next 5 will be errors, so I'll delete them. And then 90. And what that means is I know 85 was working, but all the others are dog shit and they don't work. And then 90 works, brilliant. White 90 now becomes the baseline and we carry on. So we'll see what's happened with this. So it's wrote a new code and it's telling me it's correcting the errors. And I'll go through this a few times till it sort of hits, just shows the same errors over and over and over. And what will happen is eventually I'll have to tell Copilot to sort it out. So compile that, and it's down to 1 error. So that's better. So we copy that, and we know that sort of 85 don't work. So save as 86. Get rid of 85. So we can see the time jump. So 1684 works. And we're now working our way through till we get to the next baseline. So back to GT. On there. Please repair. And away it goes. Okay, so it's had a bit of a think and it's now rewriting it. It's taken out the time and it's going to change it to an on tick time rather than on minute time or whatever the hell it was going. So it'll just work its way through the different configurations till it gets it right. And hopefully this might not throw an error. And then what I'll be able to do is actually show you, well, I can show you, because one of the guys was asking how do you get it to operate on the MT4 platform. A lot of people asking me for the code already, saying, "Oh, give me the code, give me the code." The code will never be released. It's a pet project to me, and you'll be able to make your own following these steps. And there's another reason behind it. I'm not going to give you a code and then you use it and say, "I said it was going to be perfect," and you lost money, and then you come at me. No, that's certainly not happening. And also, Popeye can go fuck off. He can do one. He has destroyed everything for you guys. If you're part of the squad, you get everything. Public, look at Popeye and say, "Thank you very much. Thank you for destroying any hope of my life, you absolute imbecile." Because think about it. Somebody's kicking it into you. Would you help? Because I'm bloody sure I won't. In fact, I'd love him to bloody call it around my house and I'll see how good a kicking he can get. Fucking git. Never see anything about Joanne again. You'll know about it. Right. Happy days, happy days, happy days. Right. The corrected code should work without errors. Okay. You think? Let's find out. Rotten little git that you are. Right. So we'll go back to here. So this will be version 87. So we'll get rid of that. Copy that in. Compile it. Well, what do you know? The little git has done it. Fantastic. So, back up the file. Save as. Version 87. Get rid of that. I know that one didn't work. So I've now got a baseline that I can go back to if I need to. And I've now got a working thing that I'll test and see if I'm happy with it, and then that'll become the new baseline because this has no errors in it. Okay, so once that's saved in there, I can go back to the MetaTrader. Now there's a couple of ways you can do this. Now, as you can see down here in the experts. Now, if I take that off, I'll show you how to get that. If you come up to view, you'll see something that's called Navigator. Now you can also go Control N, but go into view in the tools bar, click Navigator, and it'll come on here. Okay. Now you can detach it and move it about and do whatever it is you want with it. But from here, it'll tell you what the expert advisors are. Okay. Now if I click refresh, it'll change to what the new parameters are. In other words, what I've just done on the expert advisor. Another way of doing it is just turn off this and then restart it, and it will naturally refresh it. Okay, but you can always just click anywhere on there, click refresh, and it's fine. Okay, so get rid of that. So what have we got? We've got no expert advisors on that. We've got none on that, none on that, none on that. Now, what happens is, if we'll drag it into this. So I'll take hold of that and I just drag it into the chart that I want to use. So I'll do it again, just so you can see it. So highlight the one, which is here. You can right click and say attach to chart, or left click and just drag it on, and you get this little box, and it'll tell you what it's going to operate on this. So it's telling me it's the simple, it's got common, it's going to be able to go long and short, and then I can manually put in what I want. So it's come up and it's telling me that this will operate between 7 and 11. It won't open more than 4 trades at a time. Now, if I wanted to say sell this, like I've worked out that it's going to be a sell, not a buy. I just need to put in an S in there. I can set the basic stop loss, so I can put a parameter in of 300, and then I can put in whatever my parameter of take profits are. Okay, and then obviously the volume, I'll just leave it at that. And that's the criteria to look for till I tell it to switch off. Now, if I click that on, what it's telling me at the moment is there's a little dumpy face up here, which is, it's all up shit. You're a little bit like Popeye because you didn't make any money because you wanker. And he's a wanker because his forearm's huge. And got a little bad face. Oh, boo-hoo. Right? But what we can do is make it a smiley face by clicking this button here to say auto trading on. Now, when it's on, it'll start looking to see what's going on. Okay, so again, drag that in. You can put your inputs in and away you go. And then as it's thinking about it, it's now turned to a smiley face because it's now operating. Okay, and it's as simple as that. Now you can also see whether it's operating through the toolbox. Now, if I come in, I find the toolbox, which is called terminal on here, and it comes down. There is the expert running, and it's telling itself all the time. It's like a running log of what it's looking at all the time. Okay, and then you can flick it over on your trades, and away you go. So this thing, I'll start looking for the criteria that I've put in. Okay, now still a lot of work to be done on this. Just switch that off for now, and hopefully over the course of the next week or two, I might get this to be operating. So there you go. That's just an update. The idea was to show you how to put a robot onto the chart, operate it, and a basic idea of how to get things coding. Now, I have no coding knowledge at all. Zero. In fact, I'm lucky if I know how to switch the computer on in the morning. That's how good I am with code. But AI could be a way forward. There'll be a lot of doubters out there going blah, blah, blah. Do I think this will trade fully? No. The one thing that I've figured out is EAs are just a complete waste of time, in my opinion, at this moment in time. They'll work for so long under certain criteria, but when conditions change, the robot becomes useless. That's why I say you're the magic pill. Okay, so when you see these people that are going, oh, I think my EA generates X amount. If it is, brilliant, more power to you. But at this moment in time, from my experience, I would put my skills against that computer skills every time. And if you call it man versus machine, fine. I still think man will outperform an EA. And my theory is also backed up in the sense that the city boys still exist. Because trust me, I've run businesses a long time. And one of the biggest draws on a business is a wage bill. If a bank can reduce the wage bill, they will. They will cut costs at every corner. And if it costs them 100,000 to put in a computer system that can save them $500,000 in labour costs, of course they're going to do it. But they haven't. They have basic high-frequency algos, which do work to a degree. But the main guys are still there. So read into it what you will. If the guys are still there, there's still something happening. So as always, guys, trade well, keep your risk managed, but above all, do what you love, and the money will follow. See you all in the next one.